Welcome, sweeties, Laura here. Today, we are taking a gentle stroll through the most wonderfully solid and grounding suit, the Suit of Pentacles. Think of this suit as the very earth beneath our feet, darlings. It speaks to us of our homes, our work, the money in our pockets, and the tangible, beautiful things we create with our own hands. It is the suit of the body, of health, and of our connection to the physical world. The symbol for this suit, the pentacle, a five-pointed star nestled inside a circle, a marvelous emblem of the material world brought into balance and harmony through skill and care. It's about value, security, and slow, steady growth from patience and dedication. In our little exploration today, we shall meet three fascinating characters from this suit. 5 of Pentacles, the stark lesson. 7 of Pentacles, the thoughtful pause. 10 of Pentacles, magnificent abundance. Each card is a stepping stone, a chapter in the long, rewarding story of the Suit of Pentacles. We will look closely at the symbols woven into each image, because that is where the real magic lies, my dears. We'll consider their meanings when they are shining brightly, and when their light is a little dimmer. The journey through the Pentacles is not one of frantic speed or sudden drama. It is a pilgrimage of patience. True, lasting value is cultivated over time, much like a beautiful English garden. You cannot rush a rose, and you cannot rush the lessons of this suit. These cards remind us to be present, to honor our work, and to understand that our material well-being is deeply connected to our inner sense of worth and stability. This lesson is designed to bring you clarity through symbols. We won't just glance at the cards, we will peer into them, symbol by symbol, to unlock their secrets. Now let us begin with our first card, a true test of spirit. Our journey begins with the 5 of Pentacles, a card that can feel rather chilly at first glance, but holds a profound truth. In most decks, we see a stark and wintry scene. The central symbols are the 5 pentacles themselves, but they are not held in anyone's hand. Instead, they are often depicted as part of a glowing stained glass window of a church or sanctuary. Outside this place of warmth and light, there is snow on the ground, coldness, scarcity, and isolation. The snow slows everything down, creating a feeling of hardship. A stone wall represents a formidable barrier, a limit that feels difficult to overcome. Sometimes a small bell is visible, a call to prayer, a cry for help, or a reminder that sanctuary is near. In its exalted or upright state, the 5 of Pentacles speaks of resilience in the face of adversity. It is the quiet strength that allows one to persevere through a lean season, a period of financial worry, or feelings of being left out. This card honors the grit and determination required to keep moving forward, even when the path is cold and difficult. The glowing window is key. It signifies that hope, faith, and help are available, even if they seem just out of reach. It is a call to recognize your inner worth, which is not defined by your material wealth. It is the wisdom to seek shelter when needed, to humble oneself and ask for assistance, and to understand that this difficult period is a passage, not a permanent destination. When its energy is non-exalted or not at its best, this card can point to a mindset of profound lack and victimhood. It can represent a feeling of being utterly shut out, of believing that there is no help to be found anywhere. This perspective focuses only on the snow and the wall, completely ignoring the warm light of the window. It can manifest as shame about financial struggles, leading to isolation rather than seeking community support. It might also indicate a stubborn refusal to accept help, or a deep-seated belief that one is unworthy of it. It's the feeling of being spiritually and materially impoverished, trapped in a cycle of worry and despair. The 5 of Pentacles is a fascinating and crucial point in the suit's journey, because it introduces the concept of material loss and what that truly tests within us. After the stability of the 4, the 5 shakes the foundations. It forces a confrontation with our deepest fears about security and survival. It asks a vital question. When the external comforts are stripped away, what remains? The card's symbolism beautifully illustrates that value, spirit, and community, the light in the window, persist even in the harshest conditions. It is the suit's great test of faith in oneself and in the world, reminding us that we must learn to move toward the light, even when we feel at our coldest. Now, we move from the starkness of winter to the patient work of the garden with the 7 of Pentacles. This card is all about process, patience, and the thoughtful assessment of our efforts. The primary symbols here are the 7 pentacles, which are not held or spent, but are growing like fruit upon a lush, leafy vine. This vine is often staked or supported by a wooden frame, a symbol of the structure and discipline we bring to our projects. The rich, dark soil beneath speaks of nourishment, potential, and the slow, steady work required for growth. Often, a gardening tool, like a spade or a hoe, lies nearby, representing the labor and skill that have already been invested. The open sky above suggests that some elements, like time and weather, are beyond our control. In its exalted expression, the 7 of Pentacles is the embodiment of wise patience. It is the moment a gardener steps back to survey their work, not with impatience, but with a thoughtful eye. This card represents the crucial phase of a long-term project where you pause to review your progress, assess what is working, and decide on the next steps. It is the wisdom to know when to tend and when to wait. It celebrates the virtue of pacing oneself, of not rushing the harvest before its time. It signifies faith in the process, trusting that your consistent effort will eventually bear fruit. It is about making small adjustments, pruning what isn't thriving, and investing your energy wisely for sustainable, long-term success. In its non-exalted state, the energy of this card can become distorted into procrastination or doubt. It can represent a state of being stuck in the planning and review stage, afraid to move forward to the harvest or the next phase of work. This can stem from a fear of failure or even a fear of success. It might manifest as endless fussing over minor details, what one might call analysis paralysis. On the other hand, it can also signify impatience and frustration with the slow pace of growth, leading to a desire to give up on a project just before it is about to yield results. It's the feeling that all your work has been for nothing, a loss of faith in the natural cycles of effort and reward. The 7 of Pentacles is such an interesting card in the Pentacles journey because it teaches the art of strategic patience. After the instability of the 5 and the collaborative work of the 6, the 7 is a moment of solitary reflection. It asks, is my investment of time and energy paying off? It is the hinge point between labor and reward. The pentacles are on the vine, but they are not yet in your hands. This card is all about that liminal space, the breath you take before the final push. It's fascinating because it champions a non-linear path to success, one that involves pauses, reviews, and course corrections. The symbol story tells us that true mastery of the material world involves knowing not just how to work, but how to wait. And so, we arrive at the magnificent 10 of Pentacles, the grand culmination of the suit's journey. This card is a picture of ultimate material success, stability, enduring legacy. It's positively brimming with wonderful symbols. We see 10 pentacles, often arranged in the pattern of the Kabbalistic tree of life, signifying that this wealth is not just material, but is structured, meaningful, and spiritually aligned. A grand stone archway is a common feature, symbolizing passage, permanence, and the stable foundation of a home or dynasty. We might see intricate carvings or a family crest, representing tradition, lineage, and the history that has been built. Grapes and vines often abound, symbols of abundance, joy, and a life well lived. Finally, loyal dogs may be present, representing companionship, security, and faithfulness. When the 10 of Pentacles appears in its exalted form, it speaks of a deep and lasting abundance that extends beyond mere money. This is wealth that has become a legacy. It is the successful establishment of a secure and thriving home, a prosperous family business, or a body of work that will endure for generations. It represents the joy of being able to provide for one's family and community. This card is about stewardship, the wise management of resources so that they benefit not just you, but those who come after you. It is about honoring tradition while ensuring future security. It speaks of financial stability, yes, but also of a wealth of knowledge, love, and connection that creates a true sense of belonging and permanence. When its energy is non-exalted, the 10 of Pentacles can warn of the shadow side of wealth and tradition. It can become rigid, stuffy, and overly conventional. This might manifest as an obsessive focus on bloodlines, status, and material possessions, at the expense of emotional connection and personal freedom. The sturdy archway can become a gilded cage, trapping people in familial expectations or a soulless pursuit of maintaining appearances. It can indicate a fear of change, a refusal to welcome new ideas or people, and a belief that worth is determined solely by inheritance or financial standing. At its worst, it is wealth that has lost its heart, becoming a cold and empty institution rather than a warm and living home. The Ten of Pentacles is a truly fascinating finale to the suit's journey because it answers the question, what is all this hard work for? It shows that the ultimate goal of mastering the physical realm is not just personal gain, but the creation of a lasting structure of safety, prosperity, and meaning for a wider community. Created by @LauraThetarotreader. If you are interested in learning more about tarot, we have a variety of playlists on the channel to explore. Thank you for visiting the channel.